So we're going to look at our examples for adding and subtracting with integers, and I'm going to color code it for you. So if I'm working with numbers that have the same sign, I'll do that work in blue. If I'm working with numbers that have different signs, I will do that in red, and then you can see the rules that I have written off to the side. So our first problem is 11 plus 23. Those numbers are the same sign. If you need to, you can stack them up over here. You're going to add them up. And so 11 plus 23 would give us an answer of 34. So 11 plus 23, 34. Your second problem, the signs are different. The 11 is positive, the 23 is negative. So when you have different signs, you take the two numbers and you subtract them. So you're going to be taking 23 minus 11. That's going to give you an answer of 12. And then you have to use the sign of the number with the bigger absolute value, the larger absolute value. Well, if you have 11 and you have 23, 23 has the greater absolute value. It's negative, and so your answer for the 12 is negative. Then our number 3 problem, we have negative 23 plus 11. The signs are different. So just like the last one, we subtract our two numbers. So 23 minus 11 still gives us 12. And our 23 has the larger absolute value. It's a negative, so our answer is negative. And so if you'll notice, numbers 2 and 3 are basically the same problem. Number 4, now we have two negative numbers. The 23 is negative, the 11 is negative. So we're going to add our two numbers, 23 and 11. That makes 34. And because both numbers were negative, they have the same sign, our answer is negative. So that first row shows you two that have the same sign and two that have different signs and how you can use those rules. So we'll continue on. Number 5, we have negative 10 and negative 7. So the signs are the same. We want to add the 10 and the 7. So we're adding those, and that makes 17. And then because both were negative, our answer is negative 17. Now, problem number 6 actually presents something that we haven't looked at just yet. You have a double sign and they're both negative. When you have a double sign and they're both negative, we want to rewrite that as a plus sign. So 2 plus 2, signs are the same. We are going to add them. I'm going to switch to the blue color now because signs are the same. So I will add and keep my sign. And I have 4. All right, number 7 has a double sign, both negatives. So that needs to be rewritten as a positive. So we'll have negative 8 and then plus 6. And then our signs are different. So I want to subtract. I want to take 8 and subtract 6. That gives me an answer of 2. The 8 has the larger absolute value, so my answer is negative 2. And then finally, we have one that has 3 numbers. So the 16 plus the negative 13 is what I'm going to do first. Those signs are different, so I want to subtract, and I'm going to keep the sign of the larger absolute value, and that would be the 16. It's positive, so I have a positive 3. But now I need to bring down this plus 5. And then now I'm adding 3 plus 5. Those are the same sign, so I want to add, and I want to keep the sign positive, and so my answer is 8. Notice that I did one step that had my two numbers in it, and then I did my next step, bringing down what I had not worked with. So those are your examples for adding and subtracting.